Hello, it is I, Ando. Today, I'm going to show you how I go about recording guitar to swing beats, J Dilla beats, swagger beats, humanized drum beats, all that good stuff. So let's get right into it. So today, or yeah, I guess today it's like 4:44 a.m. in the morning. I was just laying in a bed and I was just thinking about content I can make for you guys, and I was like, well, this would be really cool. This would be a really cool video to make. I don't see a lot of guitar players talking about this kinds of things, or producers kinds of things. And if there are, let me know because I would love to watch some of their videos. But essentially, I want to talk about how you go about recording like humanized swing drum beats. So first off, let me start sharing my screen with you guys really quick. Whoa, that should be good. I'm gonna be pretty small. I'm gonna be up here, but I'm gonna try to switch back and forth. Okay, so now you should be seeing Cubase. So right now I'm using Cubase 8. I know I don't have the newest Cubase. I can't afford it, but right now I'm using what I can. So I got Cubase 8 here, and I have this really cool loop that I found on Splice. I'm a lazy guy. It's 4:41 a.m. now, and I didn't really feel like making a drum loop, so I went ahead and found a drum loop. And this is by Obtuse Rhythms with Ian Chang on Splice. He makes some really cool loops, and he has some really dope like single shot samples. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely peep game on Splice. But anyways, we have this loop here, and I thought this loop would be perfect because it has kind of like that swing, swagger effect that you would hear in most hip hop and other, like, I guess, neo soul music. So anyways, let me play it for you real quick. Oh, keep in mind it's 160 BPM. This is a dope beat. Okay, so first off, I want to talk about a couple of things. So when you click this, and let me change the color here. Let me change the color on this one. This is the Ian Chang. Check him out, man. He's really dope. Ian Chang drum loop. Okay. So now, didn't want to do that, but when we look up close in the grid, right now, I have the grid set up to 16th notes. So right now, I guess the song more or less has like a triplet feel. So if we went to like 60th note triplets, maybe even 32 note triplets, it's not even on the grid. So a lot of the stuff here, it has that swing effect. So that's what I was talking about before. This song definitely, or this drum beat has a swing effect. It has a lag effect. It has that feeling, and there's a certain feeling with it. Now that's a lot of things, like it's not necessarily analytical or theoretical. I would say there's a feeling that comes with it. And keep in mind that I'm a self-taught musician, so when I talk about this feeling, you really gotta like listen. So that's one of the first things, guys. When you're recording guitar to like swing beats or like laggy beats, J Dilla-esque beats, you really want to make sure that you're listening, because a lot of times when I'm listening to dudes that play guitar, or anyone really that's playing guitar to these kinds of beats, they tend to not fit in the groove, and that's very, very important when it comes to playing guitar to this kinds of like beats and whatnot. So one of the things that I'm going to show you is how I'm going to play to this. So want to of course, listen to it again. Now, you need a riff. So I think that's going to be the riff. The chord progression is and then ba. So I'm probably going to play that. So first, I'll play the chord progression. So So if I was tracking that, it would sound really good. Now this all goes back to feeling it out. You really want to listen to the drums, see where all the hi-hat, where everything's being placed in the measures and whatnot. So you really just want to make sure you're feeling it out. Another thing that really helps if you're playing like complex like guitar stuff or anything complex with these kinds of drum beats is just work on the chord and also just develop a chord progression. So prior to this, I was already messing with this chord progression. Oops. So now, you know what I did, and this was actually what the first time I played this chord progression with the drums. The only reason why I'm sufficient at it is because I play with these kinds of beats all the time, and it's really like an ear thing. You really want to make sure you train your ear when you play with this, and also it helps when you play live music with a lot of drummers. I'm very fortunate to play and know so many great drummers, so that's another thing. So start out with a very simple chord progression, and as you get more comfortable with it, you know, playing the chord progression with this drum beat, that's when you start adding more embellishments with the chord progression. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So one thing I want you to notice when I was playing that, it was necessarily, I wasn't starting right on the beat. I was kind of waiting when I was playing the guitar. So like, or I would wait after the kick, play, and then play the chord. So that's one thing that I've really like practiced over time, was like making sure when I'm tracking that I'm not necessarily not when I'm just making sure when I'm tracking, I'm not necessarily starting on the one, starting like literally a millisecond after the one. So let me track this and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so I got the guitar tracked. I had to turn off loopback on my UR44C because if I did track with the loopback on, it would record the drum audio as well. So I had to turn it off. So this is the guitar track right here. So that's actually really good. I think it's a pretty good, I recorded this take about 10 times. So that just comes to show you like how many times I had to do it to kind of like get the right take. So I did it 10 times. And I kept playing it like over and over again. Probably I did it a couple more times. I probably deleted a couple of takes, but if we listen to it with the metronome now. Now remember, guys, this metronome, when it gets to this point, it's not necessarily that important. I know that sounds crazy, but it really isn't, because this isn't going to, you know, solidify the groove that's going to be happening with the actual drum beat. So I hope you guys understand that, because it's really important. So you'll get it once I play the drum beat with the track. I mean, that sounds great. I think it sounds great. If like I would use that for record. I mean, this is all DI too. You know, sometimes I wouldn't even use any amps on my DI. I mean, I think that sounds cool. So I know it's pretty vague in terms of just like recording guitar to like swinged or off grid drum beats or J Dilla esque beats or swagger beats, whatever you want to call them. Um, feel it out, listen to it, and don't focus on the metronome too much. Of course, you use, let's just say if you wanted to create a swing beat, and maybe I'll make a video about that later on, how to make those kinds of beats. I just grabbed a loop, but you can make the beats, but then you have to play with them. So I guess, yeah, I'll make another video about it. I'll basically make a video of me like making a swing beat and actually getting samples and making a beat. So yeah, listen to it, man. Try using the metronome as a basis to create the beat, but then you can't depend on the metronome after that because the beat has its own entity. So that's very important. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. I'm going to try to do more YouTube videos. I'm going to try to do all that good stuff. Thank you to my patrons. You guys are all on the screen right now. Fucking appreciate you guys. Thank you to all my patrons. If you wanted to check out my Patreon, link in the description. It's a good way to support me during this crazy time. And yeah, peace, y'all.